Instead of spilling the tea, let's get naked. We're not gonna spill tea, we're gonna get naked and vulnerable. Here I am. I drank it all. I'm ready to be naked. I'm here. So I wanted to do just a little series for, number one, my folks, people out there, wherever you are in the world, if you are doubting your beliefs in life, whether they be spiritual or whatever, I just happen to be focusing on spirituality, this is for you, because I feel you, I'm there with you. I have a lot of questions, and that's totally cool. It's totally okay to question a lot of things. If you're a Christian, I want to preface this by saying I don't identify as a Christian anymore.
Surprise.
There are a lot of different ways to see things from a Christian perspective anyways. You would be surprised how much diversity of thought there is in Christian theology and Christian thought. Christians, I would say, disagree on a lot more than you might be aware of. So keep that in mind if you will. I want to tackle the biggest one. What do I believe about Jesus? A few things. Number one, do I believe that Jesus was a historical figure? Do I believe the history backs up Jesus? Of course. I don't know that you could really argue that. I just think that there's too much historical evidence for, you know, his existence. And I'm totally cool with the Gospels, you know, documenting what happened to him, the crucifixion, the resurrection, all that stuff. So yeah, I think Jesus was totally a person and totally a spiritual teacher. Two, do I believe that Jesus was human and divine? Absolutely, yes. I don't necessarily think of it the same way that other people might. Meaning, when I look at Jesus, I see more of the human side, and that defines to me what the divine side is. Humanity and divinity coming together is, to me, what I look around and see every single day. I believe the divine is present, it's here, it's manifesting more and more. It's in all of us. That's where Jesus is. That's who Jesus is. I don't believe that his humanity and divinity was above ours. I think it was amidst ours, and it's beautiful, and it helps us become our best version of ourselves. Number three, do I think that Jesus is the way? No. We have to define what the way means. I think the way is to awakening to who you really are. And in that, knowing that you are loved and that God is with you everywhere. And we can talk about in another video what I believe God is, or who God is. But I think that's what the greatest thing to awaken to is knowing that you are loved, and knowing that you have value on this earth, and knowing that your heart is a good place to be. And then that helps connect us with each other. So it's a personal awakening and then a social awakening. And I think that Jesus totally has the capability of helping you get there. I don't think it has to just be Jesus. I'm totally okay with other religions and other prophets and other, you know, whatever gets you there. I'm cool with that. I do think Jesus is unique, as is the rest of the other teachers. Muhammad, Buddha, Krishna wasn't a prophet. He's like the Islamic god, if I'm getting that correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not perfect. I don't have it all figured out, but yeah, I'm way okay with multiple ways, and you gotta define where the way goes. So finally, for me, what does Jesus really mean to me then? If it's not the standard norm of what Jesus means to me, I'm totally okay with Jesus. I think about him, you know, semi-frequently. I'm inspired by his teachings. I see myself in Jesus, and I find some hope in the story of Jesus. But when I really, really look at him, and the way that I perceive him is just relational. It's very relational, and it's looking at how Jesus reached out to so many different kinds of people, had so many different kinds of disciples. They were totally different personalities, different backgrounds, everything. And he just came, and he loved, and he empowered people, and he said, "You will do greater things than you and I will do." And I think that's totally true and a total possibility. I love Jesus. I think Jesus is great. I don't think I have to
bow down and worship him and sacrifice to him
and do all these things to get a better relationship with Jesus, because I think that relationship already is. And that's the beauty of what he can help you awaken to. So that's what I think. If you're not a Christian, like, you probably kind of get it a little bit. Maybe you don't. I mean, we're all on different paths. I kind of land a little bit in like the new agey, weird, I don't know, flying solo type thing. I don't really listen to a ton of teachers. Occasionally I read stuff. That's all.